And now, the cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome. We're live here at John A. Lamo Complex, if I'm saying that correctly, and I should have asked before we went on the air, but I didn't, so I apologize if I got that one wrong. And I'm getting the thumbs up. I got it right. It's home of the Millard South Patriots here at Millard South High School in Omaha, Nebraska. It's the pool play round here of the Creighton Prep Classic Tournament. We'll also have coverage of the Fargo Post 400 Stars, the Bismarck Governors, and the Moorhead Blues in the Battle of Omaha tournament coming up. We'll kick off coverage of that tournament starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. bright and early, so make sure you set your alarm so you don't miss the game there. We're currently at mostly sunny sky, 91 degrees here in Omaha. We want to say congrats to Watertown for making it down here, as they run into some bus issues shortly after they left Watertown on their way down here. They weren't able to make their 2:30 game. That one has been rescheduled to when I talked to the Watertown coach, I think he said 7:30, and that game is going to be played at Creighton Prep. So basically, as soon as this game finishes up, Watertown will hop on their bus, drive over to Creighton Prep, and play their second game that they were supposed to play here at 2:30 this afternoon. However, even if they wouldn't have had bus troubles, they wouldn't have gotten to play that 2:30 game, at least not at 2:30 anyway, because the first two games that were played on this field prior to us going on the air here with our broadcast were forever games. I wasn't here for the first game, but I overheard some comments that the second game was over 3 hours long, and in the two games combined, about 64 runs were scored. So I don't know who the two teams were playing, but I can tell you the final score was 16-12, I believe, in that most recent game. So a total of let's do the math on here. 28 runs scored in that game, and then about 30-ish or so in the previous game. Once again, for a total of 64 runs in the first two games today. So those two games went a little long. They got a little bit off schedule, so it was actually a good thing that that Watertown had some bus issues. Otherwise, this 5 o'clock game would not be getting on the air probably for another hour yet, or maybe 2 hours. Who knows what they would have done. So right now we're under a mostly sunny sky, 91 degrees. We'll stay at about that 91 area over the next few hours here. Once again, the West Fargo Patriots, they are hiding in the shade in their dugout. They were out on the field just before we went on there, but I promise you that they are here today. Once again, about 91, hovering around 91, 92 over the 4, 5, 6, and 7 o'clock hours. Might drop into the high 80s in the 8, 9 o'clock hour. Sunset tonight set for 9:01. Tomorrow should be interesting. Now, West Fargo has I think only one game tomorrow at 11:30, and due to our coverage of Post 400, we're not going to be able to bring you that game. And then depending on what happens today and tomorrow, Friday is bracket play for the Patriots down here in Omaha, Nebraska. So if they make it to Friday, we'll keep our eyes on the brackets, and we'll see what times they play and if we can squeak those games into our broadcast schedule or not. But we'll also have complete coverage of the Post 400 Stars as well as the Bismarck Governors, and a select game for the Moorhead Blues that we were able to squeeze in as an effort to maximize our coverage for our North Dakota and Minnesota teams that are down here in Omaha today. And we thank you for joining us. And if you happen to be a Watertown fan tuning in, we wish your team the best of luck. And for the West Fargo Patriot fans tuning in, I know that there's a lot of smiles on the faces back in West Fargo, knowing that we were able to get these games on, and we certainly are looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and go over the starting lineups here for these two squads, and taking a look at the batting lineup. The West Fargo Patriots will be the home team in this particular matchup here against Watertown, as the two coaches come out to home plate here to meet up with the umpire. And I see we have a little bit of green and orange in the house as well here today, as they get a couple locals on their 2.5 seconds of fame there. Once again, for the West Fargo Patriots, batting 1, 2, and 3 in the top of the order, Quade Peters in center field, Braden Jacobson in second base, Lance Oster at third. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 will be the designated hitter Evan Berg, shortstop Alex Erlob, and the first baseman Brennan Hammond. The bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, will be the right fielder, Cooper Borkart. Batting 8th will be the catcher, Drew Clausen. The left fielder will be Nolan Dodds. Not batting and starting on the mound today is Anthony Villanueva for the West Fargo Patriots. And flipping over to the visitors on the scoreboard, Watertown post 17. Top of the order will look like this. Batting 1, 2, and 3. Left fielder Zach Hirsch, second baseman Cole Holden, and center fielder Dawson Schmidt. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the catcher Braxton Locker, the pitcher Cale Stevenson, and the right fielder Braden Zog. And then the bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9 will be the third baseman Jared Cyrus. Cade Russell is the first baseman, and the shortstop batting 9 is Jack Hesh. Reserves for Watertown are Andrew Check, Easton Thury, Trevon Rodden, Connor Hansen, Ben Altoff, and Joel Wilbur. And the reserves for the West Fargo Patriots are Caleb Jamison, Tyler Rude, Skylar Horde, Jordan Burchell, Casey Clemenson, and Caleb Dewar. And we also have the Astros and the West Fargo Aces on Magnitude, back a little bit closer to home for the West Fargo Patriot fans at Young Field. Eric Tianson has the play-by-play call on the Astros and Aces as we're down here, and looks like West Fargo will take the field there. And once again, warming up on the mound for the Patriots is Anthony Villanueva.
And in the ninth spot, left fielder number 2, Nolan Dodd.
Broadcast coverage today brought to you by Microsoft. Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, proud to support the scoreboard. Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, proud supporter of all West Fargo athletics. Network Center Inc., Old Chicago, All Terrain Grounds Maintenance, Bell Bank, Bobcat, Buffalo Wild Wings, Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, Fargo Parks District and Fargo Park District Foundation, the FM Area Foundation, Frank's Lounge, General Equipment and Sales, Goldmark, Mr. Ed's Bingo and Casino Supply, O'Keefe, O'Brien, Leeson, Foss Law Offices, The Power Connection, Starion Bank, TCI Insurance, Valley Landscaping, Western Products are sponsors for this road trip to Omaha, Nebraska here, and we certainly appreciate all their support in their coverage of Post 400 and other West Fargo athletic sports. We certainly appreciate that. We'll let Villanueva warm up a little bit more. We'll take a timeout. We'll get you a little bit closer to that first pitch right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be right back.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back, and we'll take the 1-0 score off the board there here. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Top of the first, and we are live here with Zach Hirsch leading things off, and the first pitch comes across at 4:55 p.m. for strike number 1.
To play baseball, stepping in, number 24, Zach Hirsch.
And that pitch will miss for... I missed that one. If it was a ball or a strike, I missed it. So we'll wait and get the official scoring on there. That one's low and out for a ball, so it's at least 1-1. Okay, we're getting hints that it's 2 balls, 1 strike. And we'll go with it until we're informed differently by the official. That one blasted to left field. That one's gone. That is a solo shot to get Watertown on the board. Outstanding swing there by Zach Hirsch. Wow. Did not expect that one to open up the game, and now Watertown's on the board with a 1-0 lead here on the solo blast by Zach Hirsch. Well, we'll see how Cole Holden follows that one up then.
Now batting number 8, Cole Holden, second baseman.
Pitch a little low, but caught the inner tier of the strike zone at the knees for strike one. So Zach Hirsch with the homer to left, and now they pop out for out number one.
Pops up to the second baseman for the first out of the inning. Now batting number 3, Dawson Schmidt.
I'll bring up Dawson Schmidt. Braxton Lochner is on deck. Villanueva now has tossed 3 pitches, make it 4. One ball, no strike here to Dawson Schmidt, and the 1-0 pitch is going to be low below the knees for ball 2. So a quick 2-0 count here to Dawson Schmidt. 1-0 off the bat as Zachary Hirsch on a second or third pitch of the game here. And that one will miss outside, and it's a quick 3-0 count here, and we'll see if Schmidt, they're saying it's 2 balls and 1 strike, so we'll adjust accordingly here. So 2-1, the count, and that one is low. Now it's 3-1, and it's a hitter's count here to Dawson Schmidt. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Microsoft, Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic. The 3-1 is just a little high, and that will put Dawson Schmidt on base with the walk. That'll bring up Braxton Lochner.
Batting number 20, the catcher, Braxton Lochner.
So 1 away, runner on first is Schmidt. This is Braxton Locker at the plate, and the first pitch comes in for a strike to Locker, and it's 0-1. And that one will be chipped off the bat there for fouled away pitch and strike 2. On deck is Cale Stevenson's with 1 away, assuming no double plays happen here, with Dawson Schmidt standing on first. Villanueva will toss pitch number 11. No, he won't. He'll try and get the pickoff attempt on Schmidt at first, not in time, and Schmidt will remain in check, and it remains an 0-2 count here to Locker with Stevenson on deck. Get the signal, wind up and deliver 0-2, and that's line foul down the first base line. It'll remain 0-2.
Down Holtz.
So 0-2 pitch number 2 here from Villanueva. He'll wind up and deliver, and it will drop low for a ball. It's 1-2. And the 1-2 delivery, and he went. Now the throw up to second, not in time. He was able to take the feet first slide to get into second.
Steals second safely. Count evens at 2-2.
It was a good throw by Klaus, but just need to pump it in there a little bit quicker, and they may have gotten the out. 2 balls and 2 strikes as a result here to Braxton Locker. And that one is hit right towards Alex Erlob. Erlob will fire it over here to Hammond for the 6-3 ground
Ball
out.
6-3 for the second out of the inning. Schmidt holds the second. Now batting number 22, Cale Stevenson, the pitcher.
Villanueva will check up on Schmidt back there on second, deliver, and that one's grounded in the direction of Jacobson. He will toss it over to first, and that will retire the Watertown post 17 here in the top half of the first. They get the solo shot to left field off the bat of Zach Hirsch. Other than that, zeros across the board with one left on base. And we'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The Patriots up to bat right now. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Watertown leading 1-0 here with the West Fargo Patriots down at Millard South High School, John A. Lamo Complex here in Omaha, Nebraska. It's the Eden, drawing a blank here. It's the baseball tournament, we'll put it that way here. Creighton Prep, there we go, that's the word I was looking for. Creighton Prep baseball tournament down in Omaha, Nebraska. It's pool play day here for the Patriots. They have this game, and then they'll face Millard South coming up. Scheduled first pitch of 7:30, depending on when this one will comes to a conclusion here. And apologies, it's Millard. I just got the heads up on that, so we'll get it right from here on out.
Okay, we move to the bottom half of the first. Stepping in.
Quade Peters will start things off here in the bottom half of the inning for the Patriots. That second game against Millard will be a Patriots versus Patriots battle. Look forward to that one there. There's a little hopper towards Holden, and he'll fire it over to Russell for the 4-3.
Hopper to the second baseman, 4-3 in the book. Now batting number 6, Braden Jacobson.
So one down brings up Braden Jacobson. One pitch, one out for Stevenson. That's peak efficiency right there. Can't ask for anything better than that. We'll see if he can do it again here. One pitch, one strike, and it's 0-1 to Jacobson. Jacobson loves every part of the field except right. He hasn't had a hit in the right field this season, at least at any of the games that I've keeping stats at. So, swing and a miss there for strike number 2. Took 7 minutes to play the top half of the first. A couple minutes into the bottom half now here. And the 0-2 delivery is high for a ball, 1-2. Nice showing from Watertown here. See a lot of purple out in the stands. See a little bit of green and orange out there as well. But if you have to give the travel award to one of the two teams, I'd say based upon my peek around the stadium here, that award would go to Watertown. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2 on the strikeout there by Stevenson.
Now batting number 1, Lance Oster.
That brings up Lance Oster. If you're just joining us here on the third pitch of the game, Watertown gets a laser beams a solo home shot to left to take the 1-0 lead, and that's where we sit right now. So we'll see if the Patriots can battle back from that one here. And that one is being cranked to right field, and getting underneath it there is Braden Zog to make the catch. And that is a quick 1-2-3 inning here for the West Fargo Patriots. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and we're back with the top of the second right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be right back.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
what impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 in favor of Watertown, post 17 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Certainly appreciate you tuning in here. Anthony Villanueva got through the first inning with 15 pitches, 9 strikes, and 6 balls. We'll see if he can retire Watertown here in 14 or less this time around. He'll have to face Braden Zog, Jared Cyrus, and Cade Russell, batters 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup here for Watertown post 17 as we go into the top of the second inning here. 12 minutes, time of the game so far. And the first pitch from Villanueva is off the bat of Zog, foul territory, giving chase. There's the third baseman, and he will not be able to grab it. Oster putting a good effort into it, may or may not have lost that one in the sun, as it looks like he wasn't able to track it down there as the ball entered into that little shady part of the foul territory along the third baseline there. All said and done, that goes into the books as a strike, and it's 0-1 here to Zog. And the windup in the 0-1 delivery. And that one is, I missed it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by El Chicago All Terrains Ground Maintenance, Bell Bank, Bobcat, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Doolittle Wood Fire Grill. Certainly appreciate their support of Fargo and West Fargo athletics here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. And it'll be a strikeout as Zog goes down on 4 pitches, and that'll bring up the next batter here, Jared Cyrus.
Number 12, Jared Cyrus.
Watertown fans will be in Watertown on Monday when your junior team hosts the Post 400 Astros. We'll have that game for you here on Magnitude Sports if you'd like to tune in. We don't have the watch link up yet, but we will get it up probably before we leave Omaha here. So we'll be here through the 26th for sure, and then depending on which teams make it out of pool play, we may be here on the 27th and 28th as well. So keep that all in mind here. We'll provide as much coverage as we possibly can for our local teams. And the 1-1 delivery. That one will hit the edge for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count here to Cyrus. Cade Russell on deck, and the 1-2 delivery inside, and it may have been a ball had he not taken the swing, but that's going to be another K here for Villanueva.
Swinging for the second out of the inning. Now batting number 15, Cade Russell.
And that brings up Cade Russell. He was 1 for 2 in the game at the plate against the Post 400 Stars. He had a hit down the third base line, then he would fly out to right field in that game. Here it's no balls and a strike as Villanueva winds up and delivers the 0-1 low and outside to level the count at a ball and 1 strike. He has 25 pitches now. 16 of them have been recorded as strikes as he sets, winds, and delivers the 1-1. And this one is going to be popped up. It's going to be a chance here for Hammond, and he will make the grab for the out.
Russell pops up to the first baseman. Dewey tie the sign, quickly 3 up, 3 down in the
back-to-back
top half.
3 up, 3 down innings for Post 17 and the Patriots, and we'll take a break here and be right back with the bottom half of the second after this on Magnitude.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. It's 1-0 in favor of Watertown as we head into the top of the second inning of play here. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Frank's Lounge, General Equipment and Sales, Goldmark, Go Promo, Mr. Ed's Bingo and Casino Supply, O'Keefe O'Brien Lease and Foss Law Offices, The Power Connection, Starry & Bank, Valley Landscape, and Western Products, to name a few of our generous sponsors supporting us on our trip down here to Omaha today. Or I should say this week, not just today. Stepping up to the plate here is Cade Russell for... Or check that. I'm looking at the wrong lineup here. Evan Berg. And that one's fouled right back into your living room for 0-1. Evan Berg, the designated hitter here today for the Patriots. And Stevenson will wind up for pitch 8, and that one is popped up and fouled away for strike 2. So quick 0-2 count here. Stevenson gets ahead on the count. Nobody out, no runners on. 18 minutes into the ball game. As Stevenson's will look at Locker, get the signal, wind up, and he will set. And now he'll wind up again and deliver. And that one's just a little high for a ball. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Evan Berg. Alex Erlob is on deck. We'll see Brennan Ham in this inning as well. And the 1-2 delivery is inside, and he got him. Got him looking.
Berg is down looking for the first out of the inning.
Brings up Alex Erlob.
Number 4, Alex Erlob.
Well, get this sense that this would be a 0-0 game had it not been for that home run. And I'm not just talking through 2 innings of play, but the way both these pitchers, Villanueva and Stevens, have been pitching so far, you get this feeling that this will be a low-scoring affair here as that one comes across as a strike. And now, as soon as I say that, fast forward 3 innings, and might have one of these 2 teams pop out with 6 runs. You just never know. It seems to happen that way here. 0-1, and the pitch, well, did it paint the corner? No, it just missed to the outside. They'll level the count of the ball and a strike, 1-1. One delivery will get him swinging for 1-2. Once again, it's Alex Erlob at the plate. Brennan Hammond is on deck as we approach the 20-minute mark of the ball game here. Set. The wind up in the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Strike ball in that sequence so far here. The 5th pitch of the at-bat for Erlob coming up. And the 2-2 delivery, and that's off the barrel of the bat. A one-hopper that's misgrabbed there by Cole Holden. He misjudged the hop on that one. I believe they'll throw that into the books as an error, but we'll see for sure here.
Erlob with the error charged.
And they will indeed officially score that as an error.
Now batting number 9, Brennan Hammond.
Well, let's see here. They told us that West Fargo was the home team in this game, but I'm seeing now that it doesn't appear to be that way. No, it does. I was wrong. I just forgot to hit the button on our screen here. So now that's correct. We're in the top of the second, And now we can adjust our hits and errors to match to the according team. So apologize for that, folks. That one's out of play. So it should be 1 hit and 1 error. The home run for Watertown would be the 1 hit, and then the 1 error there on the second baseman, Cole Holden. And everything you see on your screen is correct now, with the exception of the ball strike count. Now it's correct, the 2-1. He'll ground that one towards Holden. Throw to second. Now the throw back to first won't occur. They'll get the runner, the lead runner at second.
On the put out of Erlach, Hammond reaches on the fielder's choice.
Brings up Cooper Borkart to the plate
Number
here.
8, Cooper Borkart.
That pitch is in high for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Borkart. In that 9-inning game against the Stars, Borkart had a couple of hits, an infield hit, one down the left field line, and then a couple of one fly out to right and a couple of infield pop outs. So he was stepped up to the plate 5 times. Actually, that was part of a doubleheader. So 5 times in 2 games. So. And the pitch, did he go on a swing? He did not. It'll go into the books as a ball. And it's 2 balls and a strike here to Cooper Borkart. Drew Klaus on deck as Stevenson sets for pitch number 20 here. And 20 is going to be popped up. And he will run out of space as that one will somehow make its way through the ghost hole in the netting there into the stands.
They've got some kind of reward there. I'm not sure why. Probably a toothpick or something.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brendan Hammond on first. Stevenson sets and delivers. And that one popped back over our broadcast booth, or it would have been over the broadcast booth, but the top of the netting was able to keep it in play. So Nolan Dodds will pick up the loose ball to get it out, and we can return to action now. It'll remain 2-2 with 2 away. And that pitch is high and in. Ball 3, full count.
Count moves full on Borkart.
If Borkart can reach base, we'll see Drew Klaus next. Nolan Dodds is behind him if we can get that far into the lineup. Borkart representing batter number 7 in the lineup here for the West Fargo Patriots. And the windup and the payoff pitch. And that one's lined into right field. That's going to be good for at least a single, and that'll push Hammond into third base. Put runners on the corners here
Borkart
with 2 away.
Single to right. Hammond moves to third, so runners at the corners with 2 outs. That'll bring up number 11, the catcher, Drew Klaus.
So once again, runners on the corners. Hammond on third, Borkart on first. That brings Drew Klaus to the plate with 2 away. Stevenson, 15 strikes on 22 pitches, and that one is strike. Oh, and Jack Cash almost had it there, but it slipped by his glove into the gap in left center. That will score Hammond on an RBI single for Drew Klaus and pushing Borkart over to third. So runners will remain on the corners.
Third, Klaus at first. Now batting number 2, Nolan Dodds.
So a little 2-out rally here for the West Fargo Patriots as Nolan Dodds steps up to the plate. And once again, to reset here, you have Cooper Borkart on third, Drew Klaus the runner on first, and Nolan Dodds. And we're in a 1-1 game here. First pitch will drop in for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Nolan Dodds, who was 2 for 4 against the Post 400 Astros in the doubleheader that we covered late last week, or Post 400 Stars, excuse me. And now a throw out to second here, and looks like it's going to be caught in between first and second. And they will tag him out. So that will strand Borkhardt on third, and it'll leave one runner on, but they do get a run across the plate to tie the game up at 1. We'll be back after this here with the top half of the third inning in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back. Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
In the top of the third for Watertown, post 17, and the Hess to the plate with first on deck and holding in the hole. 9-1-2 in the order.
All right, welcome back here to John A. Lamo Complex in Omaha, Nebraska, at Millard South High School here in Omaha.
Over the last month, and we were informed an hour or so ago that they're fixed. So those porta pots that are...
And before we went on the air, they had an issue with the water. They're doing some construction just around the baseball field here. There's some apartment complexes to the right side of your viewing screen, and then a couple of businesses. I believe that's the school, actually. And then you can see out in right field there's some residential area as well as some business. So due to that construction, they broke a water line, and they had to get that fixed, and we were without water for like an hour and a half here at the field. But as you could maybe hear in the background there, the PA announcer just announcing that the water is back. So good news is I still got about 3/4 of a bottle of water sitting here to my left. So Jack Hesh, he will step up to the plate here, batter number 9 in the lineup for Watertown, and he'll take the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Jack Hesh. Jack Hesh in that game against the Post 400 Stars went 2 for 4. Fly out to the second baseman, a ground out on a 1-3, a hit to left and a hit to center. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike as Villanueva will wind up and deliver for strike 2. Nicely thrown pitch there. Sneaks it on the outside corner. Pitch 30 for Villanueva coming up right now here on the 1-2 delivery. And he'll record that one for a ball. 11 balls, 19 strikes recorded on 30 pitches here for Villanueva. We forgot to go around the bases here, so we'll do that for both of the teams. West Fargo in this inning and Watertown in the next inning here as the pitch comes in. And it's a full count. So right after this payoff pitch, we'll go around the diamond here for the West Fargo Patriots. And the windup in the delivery, a swing and a miss, got him. That's 1 away. And that'll bring up Zach Hirsch.
Top of the order, Zach Hirsch to the plate.
Zach Hirsch laser beamed it over the left field fence on the third pitch of the game to make it 1-0. It's now 1-1. And the windup, and that pitch appears to be a strike, but a little inside and low for a ball, according to the umpire behind the plate. 1-0. And now it's 2-0. Brenton Hammond at first, Braden Jacobson at second, Alex Erlob the shortstop, Lance Oster at third, Drew Klaus behind the plate catching with Villanueva pitching, and the outfield here after this pitch. And that one be grounded right towards Oster. He'll fire it over, and he got it there in time for the second out.
Ball
5-3
over
ground
to the
out.
hot corner of third. Score it 5-3 for the put out. 2 outs on the board. Now batting number 8, Cole Holden.
So in the outfield for West Fargo, it's Nolan Dodds in left, Cooper Borkart in right, and Quade Peters in straightaway center field. Now Villanueva will face Cole Holden. 0 for 1. Fly that popped out to Braden Jacobson last time he was at the plate. This one popped up and fouled for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 comes in at knee level for strike 2. Wind up in the 0-2 from Villanueva. Did he go? I think he did, and that'll be a strikeout to end the inning.
Holden down on strikes, retires the side. Zeros across at the top of the third for Watertown.
That's the 4th strikeout so far here through 3 innings of work for Villanueva, and it'll be 9-1-2 due out for the Patriots when we return after the break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd. This is Nolan Dodds at the plate here for West Fargo Patriots. And the first pitch comes into the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. The West Fargo fans, the Astros traveling to Young Field in West Fargo today to take on the Aces. That game just went live. Well, so we'll give you score updates as they get into us here throughout the duration of our broadcast here. I believe they're playing a doubleheader today, and we have a doubleheader here, so we'll give you updates from both of those West Fargo Aces games against the Post 400 Astros as the scores come into us. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Nolan Dodds. Once again, it's Kyle Stevenson on the mound pitching here for Watertown Post 17. He'll golf swing that one out of the dirt for a fouled away pitch and a strike, and it's 1-2. Cade Russell at first, Cole Holden at second, Jack Cash the shortstop, Jared Cyrus at third with Braxton Locker catching, and Cale Stevenson on the mound pitching once again. And the outfield here after the 1-2 pitch. Wind up in the delivery, and that one's off the edge of the bat and off the silver post right there. It'll remain 1-2. Zach Kirsch in left, Braden Zog in right, Dawson Schmidt straightaway center for Watertown Post 17. And now he'll step off, and Braxton Lochter will jog up and have a few words of wisdom there with Stevenson. Some new ball. The umpire will get some new balls here from the West Fargo dugout. And Dodds will step back into the batter's box here. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Nobody out, nobody on here. A 1-1 game in the bottom half of the third. Set. And the windup and the delivery. And that one's going to be popped up. Drifting back there is Hesh, the shortstop. And he will not make the grab. He will drop it. And he was already at base, so I believe that's going to go into the books as a hit. But we'll see how they do it here at the field.
Single for hit.
And they do agree with me, so I'm 3 for 3 on those calls now.
At first, now batting number 3, Quake Peters.
Quade Peters grounded out to Cole Holden, the second baseman, on a 4-3 last time he was at the plate. And now the throw to second is not in time. Dodds reaches second on the stolen base. Puts a runner in scoring position here for Peters, now facing a 1-ball, no strike count. Braden Jacobson is on deck. Well, might see Lance Oster this inning as well, as Peters representing the top of the order here for the Patriots. And the pitch, and that one's tucked up and in for ball 2. And that one's up and in for ball 3. Yeah, swing and a miss.
Count moves to full.
And the full count pitch is fouled away out of play. No one will be able to make any type of a play on that one. And West Fargo Vets now lead the, says the Post-Farnard Comets. I thought they were playing the Astros. Maybe I was wrong on that. Hit by a pitch there. That puts runners on first and second, but the Vets lead 1-0. Oh, okay, the Vets are playing the Comets. The Aces are playing the Astros. There we go. So we'll give you updates on both of those games. And the Vets now lead 2-0 over the Comets, and I'll have to double check that Astros score and that Astros Aces score. Swing and a miss. Braden Jacobson, the batter. No balls and a strike. Runners on. Nolan Dodds on second. Quade Peters on first. And the windup. He's going to show bunt. Bunted down that first base line, and they'll get there. Did he get there? He did get the throw in time. That was very close.
On the sacrifice bunt.
So the sack bunt will move Dodds up to third. Peters up to second. Bring up Lance Oster with one away here.
Batting number 1, Lance Oster.
Oster 0 for 1, flied out to Braden Zog in right field last time he was at the plate. And the Astros now lead the Aces by the score of 1-0. So a lot of scoring going on in those other two West Fargo games here early in the first inning of those two. This one, a little bit different story. Here it's knotted up at 1-1, but 2 runners in scoring position, and a base hit could certainly change that. 2 balls and no strikes now here to Oster. Once again, Evan Berg on deck. Well, set, glance at second, glance at third. Now deliver the 2-0, and he went a little too far on that swing. It's 2-1.
You got it, bud.
And that one goes into the dirt, and it's 3 balls and a strike here to Oster. Once again, Microsoft, Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Network Center in Old Chicago. Just some of our many sponsors here for our trip down to Omaha to cover West Fargo, Moorhead, Post 400, and Bismarck Governors. And the 3-1 pitch, and that will be 3-2. She'll swing and miss there. Now it's a full count here to Oster with first base open and Evan Berg on deck, 1 away. Stevenson sets and delivers the payoff, and that's right up the middle. That'll get by the diving shortstop Jack Hesh to score Nolan Dodds, and rounding third from second is Quade Peters, and it is going to be a 2-run single for Lance Oster.
Single scores Dodds from third, Peters from second. Oster on at first. Now batting number 10, Evan Berg to the 8th.
So now the Patriots up 3-1 here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. And that pitch appears to be down the middle, but somehow it missed the strike zone. Ball 1. And now the pickoff attempt there at first, and Oster's back in check at first base. I have Stevenson down for 44 pitches unofficially, according to my numbers. Here's pitch 45, up high. Now the toss up to second, and the head first slide, and they got him. He got him as he was sliding in towards second. That's out number 2.
Oster tagged out on the attempted steal.
So 2 balls and no strikes here to Evan Berg, and no runners on base now.
2 balls, 1 strike to count to Berg.
And the 2-1, another one's going to be sent into a shallow right center, and that will be Braden Zog with the catch.
The right fielder.
So the Patriots get 2 across to take the 3-1 lead here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base as we move into the top half of the 4th when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town and Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town and Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, welcome back. Little Luke Combs in the background here in the top of the fourth. 3-1 lead for the West Fargo Patriots over the Watertown post 17 here as we move into the top half of the fourth inning. It'll be batters 3, 4, and 5 for Watertown. Dawson Schmidt, Braxton Locker, and Cale Stevenson, the batters here for Watertown in the top half of the fourth. And Villanueva sets for pitch 37, and that one is into right field for a base hit. And that one is going to allow him to get to at least second. So he's on with 2.
With the leadoff single, moves to second on the fielding error. Now batting number 20, Braxton Locker.
Braxton Locker stepping up to the plate now here for Watertown. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. He grounded out to the shortstop Erlob last time he was at the plate. If you're hearing hits with the bat, there's some people batting in the batting cages there, so just FYI on that one. That one goes into the dirt, but it'll be good for a ball, and the runner will stay on second. Post 400 Astros and the West Fargo Aces tied at 1-1 at the end of 1 inning of play there, so that one's a close game. We'll keep you updated on that game as well as the West Fargo Vets game. During our 2 broadcasts here. That one hit to left, and that one will be caught by Nolan Dodds.
Fly ball driven to left field, thrown by the left fielder for the first out of the inning. Now batting number 22, Cale Stevenson.
So Dawson Schmidt will remain on second base here for Watertown, and there'll be a pitcher versus pitcher battle now. Cale Stevenson stepping up to the batter's box. Villanueva won the last battle by getting him to ground out, and this one is going to go over the head of the shortstop Erlob into shallow center, and coming around to score is Schmidt, and that makes it 3-2.
Camelback single by Stevenson. He ends up at second base on the throw home. Schmidt scoring.
West Fargo Vets now lead the post 400 Comets by the score of 4-0.
Number 2, Braden Zog.
Swing and a miss for a strike there on Braden Zog. 0 for 1, struck out swinging. 1 of 4 strikeout victims for Villanueva so far here in this contest. And the 0-1 down the middle for strike 2. And Zog will send that to third baseman. A little run down there between third and second. And he's back in time.
So Zog is safe at first on the fielder's choice. Stevenson gets back to second on the rundown. Now batting number 12. Number 12. Jared Cyrus.
So Cyrus steps up to the plate, struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. He has 2 teammates on first and second. Pitch comes in for a ball. It's 1-0. Cade Russell on deck here as Villanueva approaches pitch 45 of the afternoon. That one nearly hit him. Came way a little bit too inside there for ball 2. That one fouled away down the third baseline. That'll be good for strike number 1. Once again, Goldmark, Mr. Ed's Bingo and Casino Supply, O'Keefe, O'Brien, Leeson, Foss Law Offices, The Power Connection, and Starian Bank. Just some of many of our sponsors supporting West Fargo, Fargo Post 400, Moorhead, and Bismarck. That one, nice grab there by Oster. Steps on the bag at third, fires over to first for the double play. How about that?
A double play ends the inning as the third baseman does an unassisted put out.
A 5-3 double play
Stevenson
to end the top of the fourth, but Watertown does get one closer, and we'll see what the Patriots have to respond with when we return after this here on Magnitude. Be right back.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. 3-2 in favor of West Fargo here over Watertown post 17. Alex Erlov stepping up to the plate now here to lead things off in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And Stevenson with pitch 48. Up high for a ball. 1-0 here to Erlov. Well, Erlov reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. West Fargo should have 4 hits and not 3. Let's see here. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. And 1 left on base so far for Watertown. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base so far. And 1 ball, 1 strike here to Erlov. And the 1-1 delivery on the way, low and out, and good for ball 2. 50 pitches now for Stevenson, 20 balls, 30 strikes on the split. He's reached the 54-minute mark of the ball game. And the 2-1 delivery, and that one fouled right back into my right hand had the net not been there, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 delivery is low at 4 ball, and it's full count at 3-2. 320 feet down the left and right field lines, and 400 to straightaway center, 350 to left center and right center are the dimensions here at John A. Lamel Complex. And that pitch will miss for ball 4, and they'll put a runner on, and that'll bring up Brennan Hammond.
Erlov draws the base on balls. That'll bring up number 9, Brennan Hammond.
So 1 on with no out here, and a 3-2 lead for the Patriots on the Sean Carlson Town & Country Credit Union scoreboard. Now a pickoff attempt at first. Nice toss, didn't quite get it there in time, and Erlov will remain safe at the moment here. Hammond reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. And now another pickoff attempt and to no avail. Still no pitches here to Hammond on the at-bat until right there. That's high and in for ball one as that one finds its way to the attic, and trotting up to second there is Erlob.
A balk is called. Runner advances to second.
And that will be land fair, and then it'll roll foul. So going to the books as a strike on the attempted bunt there by Hammond. So one ball, one strike, the count. And the pitch, a little low. Locker will make sure that doesn't go too far away, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike to count.
And that one, foul territory, giving chase as the third baseman, and he will not get there in time. Neither will the catcher.
Again, if you return those foul balls to the concession stand, they'll reward you.
So an unknown reward for fouled away pitches here at John A. Lamo Complex. Had a 50-cent award at in our tournament in Kansas. And then, I'm trying to think, where were we recently where they were giving away we were in South Dakota at the Humboldt ballpark, and they were paying $2 for a fouled away pitch, which is above most people's pay raises in this country, I guess. So if you're looking to make a good living on retrieving fouled away pitches, I suggest moving to Humboldt, South Dakota. But I believe the count is 2-1 here as the conversation comes to a conclusion between Stevenson and Locker. And swinging a miss. And it must have been 1-2.
Hand down on strikes. Now batting number 8, Cooper Borkhart.
So they'll put an out on the board. The first one of the inning brings up Cooper Borkhart. Singled into right field last time he was at the plate. Once again, runner on second is Alex Erlob for the West Fargo Patriots. Leading by 1, 3-2 here over Watertown on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard here. Bottom of the 4th inning, and that one will come in to the basement for ball 1. That one's going to be popped up, foul territory, giving chase. There's Russell, and it will actually be the pitcher, Stevenson, who comes in to make the grab. So that's 2 outs now.
Pops it up, handled by the pitcher in foul territory for the second out of the inning. Now batting number 11, Drew Klaus.
Drew Klaus to the plate now here for the Patriots. 2 away. And Klaus singled. And if memory serves me correctly, I believe that's the one that just went over the glove of Jack Hash, the shortstop. As Locker tries to frame that into the strike zone, but to no avail, and it's 1 ball, no strike here to Drew Klaus. Game now 1 hour old here as we reach the 1 hour mark of the ball game. Here in the bottom half of the 4th. Going along at a nice pace so far. 2 balls and no strikes here to Klaus. Nolan Dodds is on deck if Klaus can reach base. The 2-0 will float outside for 3-0 here, so
3 balls, no strikes, the count.
we'll see if Stevenson can get the free strike here on the 3-0 count on Klaus. And if he cannot, we'll see Nolan Dodds next. And that one is low, and it's a 4-pitch walk to put runners on first and second. That brings up Nolan Dodds, single into shallow left center, right where the sand meets the grass last time he was at the plate. Seen a lot of grass fields in my career, and I have to say this is one of the nicer ones. When I first walked up, I was almost fooled into thinking there was turf on the infield. They do a nice job of keeping this thing looking good here at the John A. Lamel Complex. So kudos to that ground crew. Once again, game 1 of 2 here for the Patriots. They'll face Millard South in the second game. That is scheduled for a 7:30 p.m. start, give or take a few minutes either side of that. And that pitch will apparently miss for a ball, and it's 1-0 here to Nolan Dodds.
Dodds, excuse me.
And that one comes in for a strike. 1 strike on the last 6 pitches here for Stevenson, and we'll see if he can continue to deliver the strikes moving forward here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away, 2 runners on. And the pitch outside for a ball, 2-1. Erlob on second, Klaus on first for the West Fargo Patriots, leading by 1 here in the bottom half of the 4th with 2 away. Just over an hour old, time of the game. As Stevenson will glance at second, now deliver, and he went too far on the swing there, and now result to strike 2. It looked like Dodds wanted to check it, but
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. 2 runners on.
have to come up with something else to say now. A PA announcer took my my little. That's the first time that's happened in my career. I thought I was the original on that one, but I guess I'm not. So and that's fine with me. 3 balls and 2 strikes, as I like to say. 2's across the board, but prior to that previous pitch anyway. And the payoff. And now the bases are loaded.
Ball 4 to Dodds. Loads up the bases.
It's supposed to be Quade Peters making his 3rd trip to the plate today. And
number 3.
now Locker's going to go talk
Quade
to Stevenson.
Peters.
And also here comes the coach for Watertown too. So we'll see what kind of words of encouragement the coach has for Stevenson. So the rest of the infield will stay away and turn down that song there for the moment. And it looks like they're just going to talk things over at the moment here. So once again, to reset, bases loaded for the Patriots. Alex Erlob on 3rd, Drew Klaus on 2nd, Nolan Dodds on 1st, Quade Peters up to bat. He grounded out to the second baseman Holden on his first trip to the plate, and then he was hit by a pitch on his second trip, so that makes him officially 0 for 1 on the afternoon here in this contest against Watertown. And we'll see if Coach was able to fire up his pitcher to deliver a few strikes here, as he's been struggling over the last 10 pitches to do so. And that one's up high for a ball as well, so it's 1-0 here to Peters with Braden Jacobson on deck. If runs score here for West Fargo, it'd be the second time that they've had a 2-out rally. And that one's hit up high, going to left field, going deep, not deep enough though. Or will it? Oh, it will not be caught, and it hops over for a ground rule double. So let's see how the 2 runs came across the score.
Ground rule score, it's a ground rule double. So Peters ends up at second. Dodds is at third, and Erlab and Klaus both across the plate. Now batting Braden Jacobson.
So that'll open up first base here. And that one's fouled back for a strike. And it's 0-1 here to the batter, Braden Jacobson. 0 for 1, struck out swinging, advanced his teammates second and third on a sacrifice bunt last time he was at the plate. So it's now 5-2 after the ground rule double by Quade Peters, who's currently standing on second base here for the Patriots. You got Nolan Dodds over at third, and that pitch will fall out of the glove locker. Even the count up at 1-1. And that one's outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now here too. Jacobson. And up high for another ball, and it's 3-1 now here. And if Stevenson walks Jacobson, I have this hunch we might see another visit to the mound, but we'll see what happens here. And the 3-1, that one's sent away for strike 2. Lance Oster waiting in the wings here for West Fargo should Jacobson make base, and he'll strike him out. We'll have to wait a little bit longer here to see Oster as that ends the 4th inning of play. Patriots get 2 on a ground rule double by Quade Peters to increase their lead to 5-2 over Watertown here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. 5-2 is our score as we head into the top half of the 5th inning of play here. Once again, 7-inning games. And with extras pending if needed. Cade Russell, Jack Cash, and Zach Hirsch. Batters 8, 9, and 1 for Watertown, due up here to start the 5th inning of play. Villanueva will launch pitch 48, according to my numbers unofficially. 15 balls, 32 strikes on 47 pitches. He gets some swing in there for strike 1. Russell flied out on his last trip to the plate there. He would send it out to right field there where Cooper Borkart would make the catch. Swing and a miss there on a pitch into the dirt for strike 2. West Fargo Vets now leading 6-0 over the Post 400 Comets. Game, I didn't catch where that game is at. but I know they're leading 6-0 as that pitch comes in for a ball. It's one ball and 2 strikes now. And that one fouled away. It'll remain a 1-2 count. In the top of the second inning with a runner on and 2 outs, West Fargo Vets lead 8-0 over the Post 400 Comets. Here it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, I believe. That one will drop low. We'll see if the official gives us any confirmation here on the count. We'll go with 2-2 for the moment here. And the pitch. Low and out, full count.
Combo's full on Russell.
That one's going to be popped up there. That's a chance for Erlob, and he will make the grab. That puts one away here in the top half of the 5th and brings up Jack Hesh, batter number 9 in the lineup.
Russell flies out. Now batting number 10, Jack Hesh.
Villanueva still with only 4 strikeouts, and Jack Hesh was one of those 4 strikeout victims. Last time he was at the plate, he would go down swinging. 1-0, this one grounded out towards Erlob. No, coming in is Oster to pick it up, and he'll fire it over for the 5-3 ground out to Hammond.
5-3 ground out for Hesh. Brings us to the top of the order, number 24, Zach Hirsch.
Zach Hirsch, 1 for 2. Smashed that home run over the left field fence to make it 1-0. And then he grounded out on a 5-3 last time he was at the plate. This pitch will drop in below the knees for ball 1 here to Zach Hirsch. And it's 1-0. Villanueva now on 55 pitches unofficially. And the 1-0 delivery. In for a strike. 1-1. And that one shot out to left, and that one's foul. Didn't quite get the launch angle he got on his home run hit that first time around, but that was also the 3rd pitch of the at-bat. And just like it was when he hit the home run. So we'll get past pitch number 3. That one will bounce into the dirt, end up in the books as ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no runners on, and a 5-2 lead here for West Fargo. Down here in Omaha, Nebraska on the campus of Millard South High School. And that one sent to right, and a little low line drive there to Borkart in right field will end the inning.
Low line drive.
4.5 complete.
Caught by the right fielder.
And we go to the bottom of the 5th right after the break here on Magnitude.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th, just ahead of us here, and it's a 5-2 lead for the Patriots over Watertown, post 17, excuse me. Take the one out of there. Watertown fans will have your junior game against the post 400 Astros. I believe that's on Monday the 29th, Tuesday the 29th, whatever the 29th is. We have that game for you on Magnitude Sports. I was talking to the Watertown coach earlier. I was asking if the local radio station was covering that game, and he shook his head no. So I'm guessing they won't be there for that game, but we will be. So I know you're used to tuning into the local radio station's YouTube channel, but you can tune into us to catch the game this coming the 29th, I believe it is. So we'll have that game for you here as it's part of a forever road trip for Post 400 down in Kansas and then South Dakota and then here and then we go to Watertown, and then we go to Williston, North Dakota, and then Dickinson, North Dakota, before we finally come back to Fargo. So it's going to be a long day or a long week, I should say, for myself here.
Number 10, Evan Berg.
Little grounder, good enough for a single, and that's good enough for hit number 5 of the game. They'll try the pickoff attempt there, and they won't get it. Evan Berg, the batter. Lance Oster standing on first. Berg 0 for 2, struck out window shopping and grounded out on his last time at the plate. And that pitch will come in for a ball, I guess. So it appeared to be down the middle to me, but it's in for a ball 1. The count is 1-0 here to Evan Berg, the designated hitter. Inside and a little high. It's 2 balls and no strikes here to Berg. Once again, Alex Erlob on deck. And this next pitch here for Stevenson will be pitch number 80 unofficially according to my numbers, as that pitch comes in low for ball 38. And it's a 3-0 count here, and we'll see if Stevenson can get the free strike. And he will send it down the middle for that strike, and it's 3-1. 1 hour, 18 minutes and counting time of the game so far here, according to my timer. A little pickoff attempt there. Ball is dropped, and Oster is safe. Would have been safe either way, I do believe. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th, and the Patriots looking to add on to their 3-run lead that they have right now. Stevenson avoiding throwing that 3-1 pitch there to Berg on several pickoff attempts at first, and now he'll deliver the 3-1 inside for ball 4. Puts runners on first and second, or did it? Yeah, it will be ball 4, and that will bring up Alex Erlob.
Berg down to first with the walk. Puts runners at first and second. Now batting number 4, Alex Erlob.
Erlob reached on an error, and then he walked on his 2 trips to the plate today so far there. Stevenson looks back at Oster, and now the bunt is shown, pulled back, and high for a ball, 1-0. Once again, you got I believe that's Millard South potentially in the batting cages warming up there. So if you hear cracks of the bat and the background noise there, that's what's happening. Ball and 1 strike here to Alex Erlob. Once again, Lance Oster on second, Evan Berg on first, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the batter Erlob with Brennan Hammond on deck. Nobody out. Here's, we reached the 1 hour, 20-minute mark of the ball game. 85 pitches now for Stevenson. Stevenson will glance at Oster on second, deliver the pitch, and now level the count at 2-2. And the 2-2. Painted the corner in the middle tier of that strike zone for another K.
Left strikes out. Now batting number 9, Brennan Hammond.
Hammond reached on a fielder's choice and struck out swinging on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. Stevenson glances at second, delivers the pitch up high for ball 1. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Go Promo in West Fargo, and Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Network Center, Old Chicago, Bell Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, and Fargo Parks District Foundation, and Frank's Lounge. A few of many of our sponsors supporting us here on our trip to Omaha. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Brennan Hammond. Stevenson will wind up and deliver, and that one will hit the outside corner for strike 2. So 1 to the inside corner, 1 to the outside corner, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that one goes into the dirt. And a nice job there by Locker to bounce up quick to make sure the runners stay on first and second. And with that, the count is now even at 2-2. Patriots have left 3 on base. Watertown have left 2 on base so far in this contest. And there's 2 on base now here for the Patriots. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2.
Hammond down on the strike. Now batting number 8, Cooper Borkhardt.
That is now 6 strikeouts for Cale Stevenson, according to my numbers here. It brings up Cooper Borkhardt, the right fielder. 1 for 2, a single to right field, and a fly out into foul territory that was caught by Stevenson, the pitcher. That pitch will miss for a ball. Stevenson had the middle tier of the strike zone, but floated it to the outside. That's 1-0 as a result. 2 runners on, 2 away. And the pitch. That one is a little high for a ball. Two balls and no strikes. We'll see if Stevenson can battle out of the hole he's dug himself here on the hill. And that one's going to be popped up and out of play. That hits the roof of our broadcast station here. The Vets now lead the Comets by the score of 10-0. I'll try and get you where that game is located at what point in the game that is as soon as I can. Now the count is level at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 2 away. Drew Klaus on deck. Nolan Dodds behind him if we can get that far into the lineup. Stevenson will set. Glance at second a couple of times, and now time is called. And that one will be grounded right back to Stevenson. He'll barehand it, throw it over to first there to Russell for the 1-3, and that ends the 5th inning.
No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left on.
We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
All right, welcome back. 5 down and potentially 2 to go here as Villanueva stays on the mound here for West Fargo. He's been doing pretty well. I have him down for 59 pitches. 39 of them have been recorded as strikes. He'll face batters 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup here for Watertown post 17. Those batters being Cole Holden, Dawson Schmidt, and Braxton Lochter. Cole Holden 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout swinging.
Stepping in number 8, Cole Holden.
Villanueva looking for his 5th K. He has 4 right now here. We'll see if he can get that one here in the top half of the 6. 5-2 lead for the Patriots here on the Sean Carlson Town & Country Credit Union scoreboard. And Villanueva will set, wind up, and deliver. And the pitch on the inside, got it for a strike, 0-1. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Frank's Lounge, Goldmark, The Power Connection, Star Bank, TCI Insurance, and Valley Landscaping, to mention a few here. So we'll be covering the Patriots, Stars, Governors, Blues. I think I missed one there. I'll be right back, and a little toss there to Hammond from Villanueva for the 1-3 for out number 1, and that brings up Dawson Schmidt.
Dawson Schmidt.
Of course, we'll be on bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the Post 400 Stars. I'm drawing a blank on who they play, but we'll look into that in our post-game show in between games here. 1 ball, no strike. And that one's going to be popped up, and now there's a strike on there, and it's Dawson Schmidt, the batter. 1 for 1 with a walk and a single into right center on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. Probably more right field than right center, but right on that edge. And that one comes in for strike 2. And the 1-2 delivery. And that one smoked up high, right field, and getting underneath it there will be Borkart. He'll make the catch. And that's 2 away.
Out to right for the second out. Now batting number 20, Braxton Locker.
Braxton Locker will step up to the plate here. 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a fly out to left. And the pitch, and that one comes in for a strike, and Villanueva doing a good job here. He's working on a 2-hitter inside of 70 pitches. That one maybe tossed it out there on purpose to see if Walker would chase or not, but 2-1 the count as a result. Usually you don't see that on a 1-1 pitch, but I don't think it got away from him, so That one's inside, and now it's 3-1 here, and
That moves to 3-1.
1 hour and 30 minutes time of the game now. And the 3-1 pitch, and Locker will pop that one up right field, and it's going to be another catch here for Borkart, and that ends the top half of the top half
Walker
of the
flies
sixth.
out to right for the third out of the inning. Barrels across in the top of the sixth for Watertown.
All right, so it'll be 8-9-1 for West Fargo on the return
Fargo.
here in the bottom half of the sixth.
It'll be Klaus, Dodds, and Peters.
And there you just heard it. And if Stevenson remains on the mound, he'll throw pitch number 98 when we return after this here on Magnitude.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, that's the first pitch of the bottom of the sixth here from the new pitcher for Watertown, Connor Hansen. That closes the book on Stevenson unofficially with 97 pitches, 52 strikes, 45 balls according to the split and my unofficial numbers. And this pitch will come outside. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count here to Drew Klaus, who's 1 for 1 with a single to the left and a walk on his 2 trips to the plate so far here today. And the windup, and that one's outside for a ball. It's 2-1 here. Once again, click on the schedule tab at our website, msportsnet.com, to find out all the upcoming games that we'll have here in Omaha. I know we have, I think we have 2 post 400, 1 Moorhead game tomorrow, and then 2 post 400 and 2 Bismarck Governor games on Thursday. Check that, Saturday, if I'm doing my days right here. Been on the road too long, which isn't necessarily a complaint, but and the 3-1 is going to be in there for ball 4, and that will put Klaus on base with the walk, and that'll bring up Nolan Dodds.
Down to first with the base on balls. Now batting number 2, Nolan Dodds.
Nolan Dodds also singled to left and walked on his 2 trips to the plate today. Pitch is inside, and it's a ball, and now Locker is going to have some words with the new pitcher, Connor Hansen, here. As he has thrown 5 balls on 6 pitches. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Go Promo, Western Products, Star Bank, TCI Insurance, Buffalo Wild Wings, Network Center, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Old Chicago, All Terrain Grounds Maintenance, and Bell Bank, and Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, to name a few. Certainly appreciate their support of making coverage possible here of our local teams down in Nebraska. And that one will hit Nolan Dodds, and he will reach base via HBP, pushing Klaus up to second, bringing up the top of the order, Quade Peters. Quade Peters grounded out to second, was hit by a pitch, and then hit that ground rule double to score 2 runs to make it 5-2, our current score. Last time he was at the plate. It probably would have went into the books as a straight double. The center fielder tried to get underneath it. He couldn't make the catch, and then the ball deflected off his glove, off the ground and over the wall. So as a resulted in a ground rule double. So it took a hit off the, well, it didn't really take a hit off the board for West Fargo, but it took an error off the board for Watertown, let's put it that way. 1 ball, no strikes here to Quade Peters. Once again, the runner's on. Drew Klaus on second, Nolan Dodds on first here for the Patriots with a 3-run lead as the pitch floats low and out for ball 2.
Come get him, buddy.
Ball 2.
That one down the middle, but a little high, and it's another ball. There, he gets a strike there. It's only his second strike thrown since he's come in to the game here. So he gets the free strike on the 3-0 count. Braden Jacobson is on deck if Peters reaches base here. And he will. Now load the bases here for Jacobson.
Peters draws the walk, loads the bases, no outs. Now batting number 6, Braden Jacobson.
And we'll have a visit to the mound here as Connor Hansen. 10 balls and 2 strikes on 12 pitches here, and he's going to get some words of wisdom from the Watertown coach. See if he can't turn some of those pitches into more strikes there for Watertown. So they're trailing by 3 here. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by General Equipment Sales, Frank's Lounge, Goldmark, Mr. Ed's Bingo and Casino Supply, O'Keefe, O'Brien, Leeson, Foss Law Offices, and Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, along with Microsoft, and Sean Carlson sponsoring our scoreboard at Town and Country Credit Union. Certainly appreciate all their support, making broadcast coverage possible here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network, and it's nice to get out of the Fargo, West Fargo area, or even just North Dakota, Minnesota for that matter, where our primary coverage is at. And it's nice to, take a mixed personal business vacation, I guess you could call it. So to reset here, the bases are loaded, and that's Jacobson popping up. And right on the foul line there, Russell will make the catch.
Into foul territory, brought in by the first baseman, pulled the first out of the inning. Runners hold. Now batting number 1, Lance Oster.
Lance Oster 2 for 3. Fly out to right and a couple singles in about the same area in shallow left center. And that pitch comes down the middle, and the talk there resulted in a strike, and we'll see if that continues. 0-1 here to Oster. 1 hour, 40 minutes old time of the game now. Bases loaded. Klaus third, Dodds second, Peters on first. And that one's popped up and fouled away for a second strike, and it's 0-2.
Is that gas money to get a homer or what?
And the windup in the 0-2 delivery, and that one comes in high, popped up high to left field, and getting underneath it there's Hirsch, and now the runner will tag. That's Klaus coming in to score, and it's 6-2 on the sac fly to left.
Oster on the sacrifice fly. Deep enough that Klaus scores from third.
Other two runners, Dodds will hold at second, Peters will hold at first. And the West Fargo Vets now leading 11-0 over the Post 400 Comets with nobody out in the top of the fourth. Oh, check that, one out in the top of the fourth, excuse me.
Evan Berg, the DH.
Evan Berg steps up to the plate here. So we'll reset the count to 0-0 there for the designated hitter, who's 0 for 2, struck out, ground out, and a walk. The ground out there, I believe that was back to the pitcher a couple at bats ago. And that pitch will come in low, and I believe it's a 2-0 count. According to the scoreboard, it's 2-0, so we'll go with that. Once again, Nolan Dodds on second, Quade Peters on first. The batter is the designated hitter, Berg, with Erlob on deck and 2 away. And this one grounded up the middle into center field. Then rounding third is Nolan Dodds. He will score. That'll make it 7-2 on the RBI single that pushes Peters up to second.
On the single up the middle. Now batting number 4, Alex Erlab.
So runners on first and second now here for the Patriots, who now have a 7-2 lead. And that pitch comes in for a strike to Alex Erlob. 0 for 2, reached base on an error, and then he walked, and then he struck out window shopping on his 3 trips to the plate today. Connor Hansen now, after his first 10 pitches at 9 balls and a strike, has thrown 6 strikes and 3 balls. And that one is 6 strikes, 4 balls. Now, and it's 1-1 here to Erlob. Check that, 2-0 to Erlob.